Have you read this story? Yes? Okay, then it will be more easier. So today I'll tell you about the story of Happy Prince. Please listen carefully, listen. First, but actually you cannot remember all of the story. So at first I'll tell you about the story. Long time ago, there was one village. In the village, there was a big statue decorated with gold and jewels. Maybe it will be so expensive, I want to get it too. And when he became the statue, he was so sad because there were a lot of people in the city who were suffering by poor. Also, at the moment, there was one swallow who loved read but the winter was coming. So, you know that swallows have to go to warm region, like pishoo. But it needs to go to Egypt, but it can't. And he slept under the Happy Prince. And the prince shed the tears because of the people who were suffering by poor. And the swallow was wet. And they started to talk each other. And the swallow noticed that there were a lot of people who were suffering by poor, and the swallow decided to help Happy Prince, giving some gold and jewels. Then the swallow cannot go to Egypt because he has to help the other people, and the swallow gave gold and jewels to people who were suffering by poor. And after that, the Happy Prince became so ugly because he gave all the jewels in his body parts to other people who were suffering by poor. And the winter was coming. And the swallow froze to death. Oh, it's so sad. And the people who were living in the city started to melt the Happy Prince. Do you know why? Because it became so ugly. It has no jewels and no gold. But the Happy Prince's heart wasn't melted. And the people threw away the heart of Happy Prince and the swallow. At the moment, the God said to his angel, "Bring the most precious thing in the world." And his angel brought the two things, the swallow and the heart of Happy Prince. And the God saved them again, and he made the swallow to sing and the Happy Prince to worship himself. So maybe you listen to my story, then you can know the story. Can you know the story?
Yeah.
Okay, then at first I'll tell you about my opinion. First, about swallow. Swallow helped Prince to achieve his goal. The prince's goal is to help the people who are suffering by saving the people who are suffering by poor. The swallow sacrificed even he has to go to warm region because the winter was coming. But he didn't go to Egypt and helped Happy Prince. Second, the Happy Prince has the mind to help others. He could sacrifice to people who are in need. So I think he's an altruistic person who can sacrifice to the people. Third, the people who are in need. For the people who are in need, the prince helped them. The prince gave the gold and jewels in his body, and if they become rich because they get gold and jewels, then they can get out of the frame of poor, then they can make a circulation. They can also help other people who are in need, and it will become a circulation, so it will be a happy society. Fourth, the prince sacrificed and loved. He loved the people, and he gave the gold and jewels, even like he gave eyes, it was sapphire. he gave his eyes, even he could be a blind. So, in this part, I thought that to make a better society is to helping each other and sacrificing and sharing and living together. Fifth, in this story, the swallow sacrificed and volunteered. The swallow volunteered without getting anything by Prince. Just he volunteered because he also has a good mind, maybe, and he also sacrificed even the winter was coming, that he will die. So maybe at this day, people does not think other people just their own profit. So maybe I think that the people who are living in this time, they should learn like the way to live like swallow. The last, sixth. There are 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. The swallow must to go to warm regions in the winter because they will die. They will frost to death. And it is same to people. The poor people cannot endure the winter because they cannot buy some things, they don't have money, so they will die. So I think the winter is an ordeal that causes many people to die. This is all of my presentation. Thank you.